I don't want to die alone. It's Geekonomics, and we're back with a live show. We're actually here today.
Well, I hope so. You're talking to nobody.
Live in studio.
Live in the studio.
Live
baby.
in the studio.
I think
we
everybody.
Appreciate everyone. I hope everyone appreciated last week's show where we went back in time to Bryan's graduation party from college. Where we had a concert in my parents' backyard. The guys from the Next Extension and
They opened
for GB&E. We rocked it out.
Yeah, Michael Haynes. He saw that and he said I always appreciate you guys always being there when we would play anywhere.
Yeah. I was bummed I couldn't make when they did Unlucky Me show.
Recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was down in the southern. It was down in the southern part of the state. Like Danbury.
Yeah, Connecticut's way too big. I don't want to drive that far.
It's just a weird thing to say. Because Connecticut's kind of a small state.
It is, but it still takes an hour to get to...
It's an hour to get anywhere, it seems like.
Well, not anywhere. Manchester is only 25 minutes.
No, but I'm saying, for you now. But, I mean, for me, everything's an hour away now, it seems like.
Well, because you're in Massachusetts.
I'm a Massachusetts man. I'm a mass man.
But...
I'm a mass man.
I think it was cool. I have a few more surprises up my sleeve for the coming month.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Clean up the old... the vault, as they say.
Yeah. I got some interesting Radio Days stuff I'm going to be posting.
Oh, man. I don't know if I want to hear them. I don't know if I want to hear any of that. No. We were bad.
Huh?
We were bad when we first started.
Yeah, so.
I'm just saying.
We're still bad now.
That's true. We still have no idea what we're doing.
We don't know what's going on.
It's a good thing about podcasting. You can pretty much do whatever you want.
Yeah. So,
no one can be like, you're saying that incorrectly. It's W.
W.
ACC.
Pig fucker.
Pig fucker.
Howard Stern.
Yes.
W.
W. NBC.
Oh, God. Those are the days.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a lot of things have happened. The one thing I didn't get to talk about the last time we actually did a show was RetroCon.
Yes.
And
you went to RetroCon.
It was so much fun. And I have to say...
You went alone?
It was great. I spent 200 bones.
Wow.
I bought all the... to
get in?
No.
Oh, let's say. That's a lot of money.
I spent $200 buying...
old video games?
Bought mostly PlayStation 1 games. Which I was looking for.
Yeah.
And
they just come out with the PlayStation Classic they announced.
I just pre-ordered. I got it. I pre-ordered it. It comes out December 3rd.
Of course you did.
I'm very excited for that.
Of course you are.
20 pre-installed games. They've already announced 5. HDMI, 2 controllers. Dude, I'm down.
You're down for the
because
show.
I can play this anywhere, and it has suspend, and it has internal save, which is all things.
Oh man, you get the cards? That was the only cool part about the PlayStation.
I don't know what crack you are on. That's the least fun part of the PlayStation. I tried to play Metal Gear Solid.
I think I had so many cards. I don't even know what I did alone.
I tried to play it without a card, and the game froze on me, and nothing was saved. The cool thing is Video Game Castle in Chicopee, Massachusetts, you can get your PlayStation 1 games cleaned. So I brought my Metal Gear, which was scratched to all hell.
Yeah.
Clean it looked brand new.
Wow.
So now my thing, it's $4.
You could just buy a disc cleaner probably for $20 do the same exact thing.
No, his does really good. I never trust those things.
But they sell them for a reason.
Where can you buy one? Radio Shacks are
Amazon.
closed. Yeah, I'd rather give...
B&H sells them every time I order DVDs. They're like, do you want to buy a disc cleaner?
I'd rather
no,
support
I do not.
Video Game Castle because I shop there anyway.
If you ever need PlayStation 1 cards, I know I have at least...
I bought one off of Amazon. I have one now.
I have 10 to 15 of them.
I have 4 PlayStation 2 cards, but I don't have any PlayStation 1 cards.
No, I got the PlayStation 1.
I already have one, but thank you. So
I think I still have my original PlayStation.
I do too. That's all I've been playing on. I was playing Spider-Man 2 before the new Spider-Man game came on, and man, it's just like all these games I used to own.
That was a great game.
Oh, so good. So, the one person that stuck out like a sore thumb at RetroCon was the wrestler. What's his name there?
Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund. So, he was by himself. I walked by him. He's on a table from two of the guys from Mortal Kombat. The guy from, the basketball game, Jams. What's the name of the game now? I can't
NBA
think.
Jam?
NBA Jam?
Boom,
boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. He's on fire.
He was there. That was the guy. He's signing
Signing PlayStation Jam cards?
He's playing
NBA Jam cards?
He's cartridges, signing
Boom
it.
shakalaka.
And people are like, man, your voice was so awesome. And he's doing it. It's cool.
He's on fire.
So Bob Bacula, Backlund is out of sorts. I walk by him and he goes, hey, how's it going? I'm like, hey, good. He shook my hand. Really tall guy. Very nice. Sweetheart. But his whole spiel, he was so nice to me, is because he's trying to sell his fucking book. And I had no intent in buying this book. But I also felt really bad saying, I have no interest in your book. So I said to him, well, I'm doing my walkabout. I don't purchase anything yet. And then I figure out what I want. But your book sounds very interesting to me, sir, and maybe I'll be back to pick it up. He looked like a puppy dog. Just like,
he does. He's very good at selling his book.
Dude, he's like this, okay.
He guilts you into it.
It was a guilt.
He does. Talk to Chris Dupre about it. Chris Dupre is a great Bob Backlund book buying story.
Well, the funny thing is, he's at RetroCon. I don't know why.
Well, he's from Connecticut. He's from Hartford.
Is he?
He's from the area. So that's
that makes sense.
At all those kind of things. He's just very easy
weird.
Get.
Very weird.
He's a great guy, though.
Oh, he's super nice.
He's super awesome to chat with, like have a conversation with.
He'll
tell you all the history of wrestling and stuff. If you're into wrestling, he's like, and you're in the area of Connecticut, he's like a great guy to run into.
I'm sure. But I didn't want to pay whatever the price was
every
for
year
book.
at the St. Patrick's Day Parade, because it's always in Hartford. It's always like there's usually a Wolfpack game around that same time.
Yeah.
He's not even in the parade. He just walks along the parade route on the sidewalks, selling his book and just talking with people.
Oh.
Every year.
There you go.
Yeah.
Our future president right there.
So, going back to your last thing you just talked about, the PlayStation 1, I don't know if you saw this. They just announced this 6 hours ago.
What?
PlayStation Mini pre-order customers are dealt a blow ahead of Retro's console's release date. PlayStation Mini pre-order customers have, as they've announced last week, the PlayStation Classic launches with 20 games pre-installed, including Final Fantasy VII,
yeah, I know,
Ridge Racer Type 4, Wild Arms, Jumping Flash, and Tekken 3.
Which they've only announced.
Yes. While the identity of the remaining 50 games remains a mystery, Sony has dealt a blow to all the PS1 fans. Speaking to IGN, a Sony spokesperson said that the console would not be supported post-release. There are no plans to bring any new content to PlayStation Classic post-launch.
Yeah.
Sony revealed.
I don't know. How's that a blow?
That rules out any games making an appearance further down the line. So when you buy it, you get 20 games, and that's it.
That's So
if your favorite game isn't announced when they initially list the game list, you won't be able to download them at a later date.
This is clickbait, because when I bought my Nintendo Mini, that's all you got. When I bought my Super Nintendo Mini, that's all you got. Yeah. Anybody who thinks that this is going to give you more other than the 20 installed is retarded. All you do is you go online and you put the mods on there. The articles like this astound me.
Games. This is from IGN, just saying. So the games that fans are most wanting for their poll to see on the new system are Final Fantasy 8 and 9. Also Crash Bandicoot, Tomb Raider, Abe's Odyssey, Wipeout, and Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night is the one I really want on there. I really feel it could be on there.
Yes.
Crash Bandicoot, guess what? You can buy all those already.
Yes.
A lot of these, Tomb Raider 1 would be kind of cool. Crash 1 would be cool. I mean, these are staples. I think they're going to want to put the staples on there. So those are all plausible. But at the same time, there's a lot of great PS1 games.
Another thing they're saying is even though The Classic comes with 2 wired controllers. Neither features the DualShock support.
Yes, so you cannot have games like Metal Gear.
Yes, it rolls out like Abe Escape.
Yeah.
So
it rolls out some games that use the DualShock.
Yeah.
So Metal Gear Solid 1's not going to be on this.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Unless they tweak it to not.
Yeah, they could. Honestly,
have that technology.
I have a DualShock controller where the DualShock for some reason does not stay on all the time.
It breaks after about
turns off on
20
me.
years of service.
So I still play Metal Gear without using the DualShock and just using a normal D-pad, and I was fine. I mean, yeah, they could tweak it, but playing those games with the DualShock like originally intended makes it cool.
Would make it cool again.
Yeah, I'm excited. I already got my pre-order in. Comes out December 3rd. It's a Monday.
December 3rd, yes.
I was already prepared to stay up all night like I did for the Super.
$90, I guess is what it is, like $80?
$100.
$100, yeah.
I was going to stay up all night like I did for the Super Nintendo. But since I pre-ordered at Best Buy, I might go to Best Buy super, super, super early in the morning, see if I can snag another one, and sell it to a friend that wants it for $100.
I'll buy it from you.
You said that about Super Nintendo.
I never got one.
Well, you tell me if you want it.
Yeah.
I mean, I might not.
I still want to get a Super Nintendo. I still want the regular Nintendo.
Oh, dude, they're at the stores now.
I know, yeah.
You can. Next time I see one at the Best Buy or Target, I see them all the time.
Yeah, I see them there. It's just I just never I'm like, oh, I'll get it next time.
Oh, so you don't want it that much?
I do, but it's just like it's one of those things. It's like I don't have. It's like when am I going to play it? I still got my other games to play.
You find time.
NHL 19 just came out. I'm playing that. Pond hockey.
So did you end up going to the Big E at all?
Going Friday.
Man,
taking a day off from work and I'm going Friday.
I've been twice.
Twice?
Twice, baby!
Wow.
I went the first Saturday to see Real Big Fish.
I figured.
Phenomenal. It was amazing! Which we're going to end the show off with some clips off my phone. Some audio. I went with Mike. Mike,
of course.
I don't know anybody else likes Real Big Fish. And he said he was a big fan. So I was like, okay. So, free stage. Got right up front. Yeah. We were literally up front.
Wow.
Place was mobbed. But the funny part is there was a lot of mom and dad sitting with the kids in the benches. And I'm like, they're in for a rude awakening. And so a bunch of kids, younger than me, I mean, these are kids in their 20s, all showed up, all punked out.
Because they still play around. So, I mean,
Real Big Fish goes on tour. They're on tour literally every year.
So,
but it was cool to see young people into rock and roll and ska music other than whatever's being shit out on the radio right now, which is not that good.
Like Noah Cyrus, who's playing there as well.
Yeah. But it was a phenomenal show.
Yes.
Aaron Barrett, the lead singer, is the only original person from the whole band.
Really?
Yes. So the band has had members flip over every album. I was amazed not to see Scott, who was the backup vocal for the first couple albums.
Scott? Wow. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I was really disappointed.
I could tell.
But
You've just been Bryan.
It was an amazing show. They kicked so much ass, and
I was really disappointed Scott didn't show up. I was really annoyed by it. I almost left.
The cool thing is we all went back, and they were doing autographs. Aaron, he wasn't there. He was somewhere else, but the rest of the band was there, and everybody's getting photos, and I just shook their hand and said, awesome show, and they said, thanks for spending Saturday night with us, and they played for almost 2 hours. Phenomenal. It was so awesome. It's also really funny because you're at a fair.
It's the Big E.
And they swear.
Yeah.
Which was kind of interesting, and they worked in comedy, so at the second half of the set, every time Aaron would say master, the guy in the saxophone and the trumpet, the two trumpets, they go, master, master, like Master of Puppets. And then he goes, every time I say master, and they go, master, master. And then he tries to keep talking and say, every time he says master, they say it. So then he's like, I can't finish a sentence without saying master. They're like, master, master. He's like, okay, I've had enough. And then he goes into a song. It was really cool. It was cool. They did a lot of covers. People went ballistic over that. They kept messing with people. They did this whole shtick where they're like, for people who don't know who we are, we're from the 90s, we had one big hit, and they start playing Nirvana, and then they stop, and they're like, okay, that wasn't our big hit.
Yeah.
And then they start playing all these other songs.
From the 90s.
Kept saying, this is our big hit, for people who may not know who they are. Then one of their songs, which she has a girlfriend now, I think they started off saying, here's our other big hit that we had in the 90s, and they start playing Lit, that Lit song.
Yeah.
He almost played the whole damn thing. Yeah. And they go, just kidding, that wasn't our song. Yeah. Then they did a Boss Stones impression that again. It was awesome. It was really cool. It was a fun time.
That's cool.
And then me and Allison went on Saturday. Record-breaking
day for the Big E.
We were in traffic for almost an hour coming home. Ice-T was there.
I heard.
I could hear the bass.
Did he play F the Police?
Dude, I don't think so.
Did he play Pimpin' Ain't Easy?
I didn't hear anything he did.
Seems like a weird choice for the Big E. I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is Saturday night, it was like a frat party.
I heard.
It was dude, it was just college kids.
Every douche from here to Maine was there.
Just drinking, yelling, screaming. Yeah. It was like, I felt like I was at a house party.
It was a douche Olympics, I heard.
Well, it wasn't, people weren't douches. It was just.
Well, no, but they're college drunk douches.
Yeah. But we had a great time. It was packed to the max. So you're probably better off going on a Friday, but I don't think it's going to be any better. This year they've said. We're going
during the day, so.
I don't think it's going to matter. They said this year has been record-breaking numbers every day. Every day.
Yeah.
The first weekend alone was record-breaking.
Good weather is always helpful.
Good weather, good bands. I mean, they've had a great lineup for free.
And last day is Beach Boys.
Beach Boys.
And they're free.
No, I think you got to pay for that.
No, you can free in the bleachers in the back, but they have that section in the front you have to pay to get
Gotcha. That makes sense.
They do that for all those shows. It's always free in the back The back bleachers are always free. Like when we went to see Foghat, that was the thing.
Yeah, freaking Foghat. We'll give you the tapes. We're never going to give you the tapes.
They're just at the Woodstock Fair when I was there.
Dude, what would have happened if we aired that show? Nothing. Nobody. They're playing fairs now.
Yeah.
They went from Enfield Town Green
to the Big E to the Woodstock Fair.
And they're just like, it would help them to be online.
You'd think. Wow. Bet you Reverend Horton Heat probably loves us more than anybody.
Yeah, they didn't give a shit.
You see how many hits those videos get?
I know.
It's ridiculous.
I know. So did you see any movies in the last couple weeks?
Not at the theater.
I did.
Yeah?
Well.
What'd you see?
I saw The Predator, which was stupid. It was the stupidest movie. It was so stupid. It was horrible.
It looked like it was going to be bad.
Okay. I walked in there with high hopes.
Keegan-Michael Peele.
Shane Black directing and writing, and the writer who wrote it with him.
Olivia Munn didn't look like she was enjoying herself.
No, I'm not.
In the trailer, she didn't look like she was enjoying herself.
So the first 30 minutes were pretty good. The Predator is captive inside this bunker. Olivia Munn, they have to go into this sterile environment. So to go in there, it's all locked in. They have to take off their clothes, get sprayed down, and walk in. They got to do the same to get out. This is the only part of the movie that was like it felt tense. It felt intense, which you want in a Predator movie. You want someone stalking other people. You want to feel intense.
Yeah.
So this happened the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
The Predator wakes up, fucking kills things, which was awesome. Ripping people's face off, spike through the groin. It was awesome. I'm not going to deny how cool it was.
Yeah.
Olivia Munn, she is trying to leave.
Yeah.
She can't. It's like, you need to spray down. So she's panicking. She's trying to get undressed.
Rip her clothes off.
And get sprayed down. And the Predator's just fucking killing people. And it was intense. I was like, wow, this is pretty good. She makes it, and it was weird because she huddles, and the Predator walks by. It doesn't explain why. Sees her, ignores her, turns around, and just starts killing more people. And I don't know if because she was sprayed down, they didn't see the body heat.
She might have been sterilized.
I don't know. It was very weird.
This might be a chamber where there's no heat involved, like a heat deprivation chamber kind of thing.
I don't know. But from that moment on, the movie just went downhill. It just got stupider and stupider and stupider. You can't think about it. People die. I didn't give a shit. There was the loony bin guys that helped the main protagonist. Yeah. The main protagonist was boring as rocks. At least he was surrounded by people that were entertaining.
Wasn't Eastwood again?
I don't know if it's Eastwood's son.
Yeah, wasn't it? I thought that's who it was.
But the guy who played the Punisher is in it.
Thomas Jane?
Thomas Jane. He plays a guy with Tourette syndrome, but it was like the 90s version of someone with Tourette syndrome, where he just yelled fuck and cock and stuff.
Which is basically what people with Tourette's do. So.
But it was just so, like, not...
Cheetos! That's what they usually shout.
Not funny. Like, the comedy...
Let's go Red Sox.
I think I laughed a couple times at Keenan Peele at...
It's not Key and Peele.
It's whatever his name is.
Keegan-Michael Key.
He was kind of like the...
This is the Key from Key and Peele.
Yeah, he did the one-liners. They were all right.
Yeah.
But
I never understood the poster. Like, why is the Predator holding...
All right, you don't want me to tell the
head?
Dude, there was Predator on Predator action.
Oh, watch out now.
Now, when it was stupid. You can't think about a damn thing because your brain's going to hurt because the continuity, it felt very choppy.
Boyd Holbrook played Queen McKenna.
Yeah, he was so boring. Yeah. He was a horrible lead. So, the premise of the movie is this.
Casey Brackett. Even the names are annoying.
Yeah. The Predator came down from Predator Land to save planet Earth because global warming is going to happen. It's going to kill off humankind, and the other predators are going to take over the planet. But this one predator, for some strange reason, wanted to warn us. Yes. But he got captured.
He's an okay predator?
I don't know. He's rogue. He went rogue.
He's a nice predator?
No, there's the last Predator movie, I was told, sets up there's a civil war among the predators. I didn't see the last Predator, but I kind of watched like what led up to this movie.
How is there like a storyline still continuing with the Predators? But if it's called The Predator, isn't it a different like relaunch of the Predator?
No, it's not. This is a continuation.
Oh.
They actually have callbacks to the other movies.
Oh, wow.
And they actually say this, get to the chopper.
Oh, God.
We all looked at each other
You
like,
can tell it's a good movie when there's Busey involved.
Yeah, he looks just like Donald Trump's son.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I said, wow, it's good that Eric Trump made the movie.
Oh, the girl from Chuck was in it? I might have to see that movie.
She wasn't that great.
Doesn't have to be.
Well, so...
She was in Chuck, and I love Chuck, so I support all people who were in Chuck.
The Predator is coming to Earth to save the Earth, while this other Predator, which is a big, huge Predator, comes down and he's trying to, like, kill him. He's, like, bounty hunting him. The Predator that was captured is the Predator that was warning us. He had a pod he left. Well, we got to see this big Predator and the little Predator fight, and he ends up killing him. But it was like very CG heavy, and the CG was not good. They have Predator dogs. They shoot one of the Predator dogs in the head, and it becomes stupid, and it becomes like...
A regular dog.
Tame. It was so weird. I'm like, they were lame. And there was like a whole CG part. It looked like the guy was standing in front of a green screen. It was not well done. The ending, they open the pod... and it has armor. And the armor latches onto one of the scientists, and it turns the scientist into this fucking beast of a predator, and it's got, like, targeting systems all on its head, and it starts targeting people in the room, and then all of a sudden it just drops, and the guy's like, oh my god, oh. And then the Mr. Boring guy, the lead,
yeah, the
guy's like, sir, what are we gonna do? He goes, that's my suit. And then it ends. Like they're like going to do a sequel if it does well. It didn't do well.
I thought it like won the weekend, didn't it?
I don't know, but I think it bombed compared to what it cost to make.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's nothing else for it to compete against. So
it was just a stupid movie. It was just stupid. It's nothing's going to be as good as Predator 1 and even Predator 2. I like Predator 2, but honestly, I don't think they've ever recaptured.
It got a 6.0 on IMDb.
I don't think it's ever recaptured the magic. These Predator movies just stopped.
Also, The Clock in Its Walls is a 6.3.
That was number one over the weekend.
The Nun was a 5.
We don't need to know all the ratings of these movies.
Ugh.
Anyway,
no movies I want to see in theaters right now.
Predator was not good. It was dumb.
Predator pulled in over the weekend $9.2 million.
Okay, but what did it do opening weekend?
It grossed $40.9 million so far.
Yeah, it's not much. I mean, maybe a one
It's only
weekend.
been in 2 weeks, so.
Yeah. If it won its weekend...
In comparison, A Simple Favor, same amount of time, has pulled in $32.4 million.
Wow.
So.
And that was a pirate-rated movie. And it looked better. I was like, man, I should have saw that instead.
And it's got Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively in it. So.
Yeah, it looked a lot better. But now there's one movie I did watch that's on demand. It might be on Netflix, I don't know. I highly recommend. A lot of fun. Free Fire, Alison Brie, and Armand Hammer. It's
Armand Hammer?
Armand Hammer.
Arnie Hammer?
Army Hammer. Army Hammer.
Okay.
Ernie Hammer.
Arnie
Hammer. Arm and Hammer. I know. I've been
You're
saying
the
that.
worst.
I've been saying that all weekend.
Yes.
It's a small indie film.
Yeah.
Fantastic. A lot of fun. It reminds me of kind of Reservoir Dog-ish. These arms dealers are all meeting at a building.
Armie Hammer is in a movie with arms in it?
Arms dealers.
Wow.
Yeah.
This sounds like a blast.
And they all hate each other for some reason or another. Well, things go south. And
of course.
They spend the
you
whole...
would have a movie if it didn't.
Yeah, they spend the whole time shooting at each other and trying to see who will survive this whole thing. Alison Brie is fantastic in it.
Well, I wonder why. For you, you think she'd be fine just reading you the phone book?
I think she's a great actress. I think she's really good.
But you'd also be excited if she was just reading you the phone book. You'd be like, you know what? Alison Brie really does a great job reading that phone book.
No, not really. Can't think of anybody I'd want to listen to read the phone book.
It's just a saying, Brian. It's not like an actual thing.
So,
just saying.
Tell me more about this phone book fetish you have, Mark.
Well, see, what you do is you get someone to read you the phone book.
It put you to sleep.
And it puts you right to sleep.
Yeah, it's a great movie. If you get a chance, check it out. It's a lot of fun. A lot of gunfire, but just like, I don't know. It was like, wow, they did more in this movie with such a low budget, and it was entertaining. And the dialogue was witty, and the characters were entertaining. Where Predator had a bigger budget, and it just like shit all over.
Yeah.
Like, how does this happen?
I don't know.
You know, how does this happen?
We've gotten on a 80s kick lately of old 80s movies.
Mm-hmm.
So on Amazon, I think it was right around Prime Day, right after Prime Day, we ordered Flight of the Navigator on DVD.
Oh, that's a good movie.
And,
I love that one as a kid.
Man, I watched the whole thing again.
That's a good one, man.
It holds up. It holds up. Still good. I like it.
It still gets you sad at the end, I thought.
A little bit, but not super sad.
When I was younger, I thought it was really sad.
Yeah.
But probably as an adult.
But if you have a brother, like with us being the older brother and the younger brother, it does get you a little bit. You're like, oh, little brothers want to like headlock you and nuggie you.
I love the scene when the seats come out and he starts banging on the seats. Just like, there's nothing. I thought that was so cool as a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, how do they do that? How do they make those seats levitate?
Yeah.
And he's like hitting them and they're not moving. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And I love the eyeball and the little creatures.
The stairs, you mean?
Yeah, stairs that come out of the UFO.
The seats, the stairs.
Stairs.
Yeah.
They come out of the UFO. Sorry.
Yeah. You know, when you go to Disney, for any people who are going to Disney or have been, in
all 15 of you,
Tomorrowland, there is a little kiosk thing for, I think it's drinks or something. Mm-hmm. But on top of it is Stitch's ship from Lilo and Stitch. Mm-hmm. The thing they used to make that was the ship from Flight of the Navigator.
Ah, it's a cool ship.
They repurposed it because it was in the original ship itself was in Hollywood Studios in the backstage tour when they had it in Florida.
I saw that when I went on that tour.
Since moved it when they got rid of the tour.
I remember going to the
backlot tour.
to make
that ship.
That's
where Star Wars Land's going to be.
Oh, really? Makes sense. I mean,
where the backstage tour was.
That ship was practical.
Yeah.
It made it mirrored, so it looked like it was invisible.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't make it fancy.
No.
It was perfect.
It was cool.
It was like a shiny...
Pee Wee Herman does the robot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta watch this movie again.
Yeah. Sarah Jessica Parker's in it.
Who's she play?
She plays the girl at the NASA.
Oh, okay.
With the robot.
Yeah. It was a good movie.
It was.
And that was a Disney movie.
It was a Disney movie.
Yep, it was good. It was Disney's call it the E.T. Basically.
Yeah, basically. It was their, like,
you
got that, we did this.
Yeah, and then some asshole put out Mac and Me.
Yeah, exactly. Which basically took the little creature thing from Flight of the Navigator.
It made it to Mac and Me.
Yeah, it made it to Mac and Me.
That was a horrible movie.
It was an awful movie.
Thank God they never made a sequel. At the end, that big bubble says, "We'll be back."
Oh.
But they chewed gum. It was basically a McDonald's commercial.
Oh, Mac and Me?
Yeah, Mac and Me.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about Flight of the Navigator.
No.
Yeah.
So
that kid never did anything after that.
Really?
That was the only thing he ever did in his whole career.
Well, I guess he just...
was Fly the Navigator.
They paid him well.
I guess. It was kind of strange. I was looking it up. Like, you want to find out what happened to everybody that was in it. But, yeah, he did basically nothing after that.
Wow. What did Disney do to him? They
nothing.
Break his soul?
No, he just went off and went to school and...
became a bagger at Whole Foods or something?
I don't know. I don't remember exactly what happened. But, yeah, no, it was just kind of crazy.
So I ran into our friend Jeremy Hutzel this weekend.
Oh, yeah, did you now?
So Camp Anime was happening all weekend long.
It was.
And Jeremy Hutzel was manning Matt's sports cards all weekend.
Yes.
So I went to go visit him on Friday.
Uh-huh.
So I picked up my comics on Wednesday. And Hutzel's like, "Oh, I'm going to be there all day Friday." I'm like, "Oh, I'll come by, hang out with you until close." So I went over. And he goes... we were talking about comics, and he goes, "You know what, everyone, I came in this morning, and there's like 4 people waiting for the new Batman Damned #1. And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I picked that up Wednesday. It's awesome. I love it. It's bigger.
Yeah.
It's more square, and it's they're doing this adult line, and it's more adultish, and it's like the artwork's phenomenal." And I said, "Wow, I picked mine up on Wednesday. What's so popular? You know, I don't know what's so popular. Did you guys not get enough?" And then Hutzel goes, No. So what happened was, in the comic book, they show Bruce Wayne's dong.
Oh.
Like, full frontal dong.
Wow.
Well, DC backpedaled when it came out and said, "Okay, this is our adult line, but I think we should have drew Bruce Wayne's dong.
A little bit too far on that."
So they
went back and took it out.
The digital copy doesn't have it anymore, and now
the new prints
are not going to have it. So people wanted this uncensored version.
People want to see Bruce Wayne's dog.
I have the uncensored version at home, so that's. I go to the bathroom. I go, "I'll be back. I got dong.
Gotta look at some Batman dong."
So here's
some bat dong.
People are going on eBay and selling it. The issue that's uncensored is going at starting price $50. As high as $200
just to look at Batman's dong
for the uncensored version of Batman Damned #1.
One little picture.
Yep.
Imagine I had to draw Batman's dick. Like, how do you decide that? Like,
but
is he like a plump guy, or is it like a little bend to the right, bend to the left?
You can Google it. It shows it. You can look at it.
But I'm saying the guy who drew it. Like, what was the thought process?
Oh, well, here's my thought process. You know, your target audience are mostly men. How come we don't see Harley's boobs or like something that like would go towards your audience? What was the reasoning behind Bruce Wayne's dong being the first part of nudity?
All the nerds are secretly have a little tinge of gayness to them and get like all Twitter-pated about Batman's dick.
You read comics too, so you're part of that equation.
I don't want to see Batman's dick though.
Neither. I don't think anybody does.
Well, they must if they're so hot about getting the comic book.
Because it costs, they can sell it. They can flip it for like $50 or $100.
Can they really though?
That's what I said. Hutzel said to me, he goes, "Brian, if you have
they're
it."
so mass produced.
No.
When it first came out.
It was first run.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
Still,
Matt only got 10.
Matt only got 10, but other people got 10, and then other people got
Hutzel
10.
said there was people coming in 10. Every day looking for the damn thing.
Well, because it came out that his dong was in it, so people wanted to see it.
You can Google it. They wanted to flip it. This is what happens. You know the comic book industry. You put a cool cover out, and then you go to a con, like we go to the East Windsor Con, all those covers are going to be like $60. I'm like, I just paid $4 for it. But I told Hutzel, in a month, no one's going to care.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. He told me, he was texting me all weekend that people are coming and looking for it. And I said, I got it. I got that one. And he was like, oh, you should sell it and then buy another one. And I'm like, well, maybe it'll be worth $10 when I'm 50 when I sell it or something. Like, I don't care. It doesn't bother. Like, whatever. It's just weird that they chose Bruce Wayne's dong and we didn't see like, you know, a side boob or something. I feel it's just
there's
weird.
still time. There's no more books.
No, there is time. I'm hoping.
I'm pretty sure they'll get you some Quinn boob for you to stare at to get you through your weekend. I mean, you don't know. Some Poison Ivy.
They can go full Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy if they wanted to.
In your dreams, that you want them to go full Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn.
Why not? But so the adult. This is DC After Dark.
DC After Dark.
Oh boy. I did. We started the Maniac show on Netflix last night.
Oh yeah, I started watching Good Place on Netflix.
Yeah, everybody says how good that is, and I'm never gonna watch it. People like it.
I went off that prognication. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's like such a good show. It's so funny and so great." I don't find it funny. It's interesting, and it's comical. Like I understand where the jokes would be, but there's nothing that's like, oh my gosh, like laugh out loud funny. It's just like,
like Kimmy Schmidt to me is laugh out funny,
and they canceled it.
Well, no, it's coming back in January.
They canceled it after this season. It's done.
Yeah. They didn't cancel it. They said that was it. They were only doing one more season. They are smart.
Netflix canceled it. Is what they call it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Logistics, dude. Like.
Yeah.
You know, a good thing can't go on forever, and you don't want to. You don't want to like murder something.
I mean, she's out of the hole. I mean, what else can they do? I mean, how many times can Jane Kazmarek kill a guy?
This season's been amazing. It just sucks they're making us wait till January to finish it off.
Yeah.
But The Good Place, I see commercials for it. Nothing ever appeals to me, but people say how great it is, and I'm happy it's good. I'm happy Ted Danson's got a good show.
It's funny. It's
and
just
Kristen
not
Bell,
like laugh out loud funny.
What's her name?
Kristen Bell's really
amazing, but maybe one day. But Maniac started that. We watched 2 episodes. I am hooked. Fantastic. The limited series on Netflix with Jonah Hill and Emma Stone, which haven't been in movies since Superbad.
Yes. Together.
Yeah.
They've been in movies since
but
then.
It is good. It is like Legion, but no superhero stuff. It's like this weird utopia. It's like the future, but it's the past. It's like old technology. Like there's no smartphones. They're still using VHSs, but it's like cool. They have these little robots that go around and pick up dog shit. And like you think about that, like they're banning plastic bags. Yeah. We might come to a time where we have to use little robots to pick up dog shit.
Yeah. A bunch of Roombas roaming around.
So I don't know, it's cool so far. We're really enjoying it. The first episode ends on such a good cliffhanger that you get sucked in, and then episode 2 is like, yep, I'm in.
I've checked that one out.
And Barry, we finished Barry. That was a great show.
I want to start getting into Barry.
Barry was really good. For us, I thought it was ho-hum up to episode 4.
I had like a minor meet with Henry Winkler at Terrificon.
You had a minor meet?
Yeah.
You meeted him?
Yeah.
You guys ate meat together?
No, but like he was walking to his booth and I was walking somewhere else. And I was like, Mr. Winkler, you're hilarious. And he's like, thank you. And that was like the extent of my like meeting of Henry Winkler.
That's lame, Mark.
But it's like, it was cool for me. It was like, Henry Winkler walked by.
Well,
and then he won the Emmy.
He won the Emmy.
Awesome. He was such a nice guy.
He's fantastic. The whole cast is fantastic. But it took me episode 4 for it to kick in. 1, 2, and 3 are more establishing.
Yeah.
They're good. Don't get me wrong. But if you, like, the show picks up and it's like,
Bill Hader had said they were like very writer heavy at the beginning. Like they like had read their own articles, so to speak, kind of.
Well, they did the whole
first
thing.
Couple episodes.
They did the whole thing in one shot. It's like watching a movie.
Yeah, and but I'm saying he like when they wrote the episodes, he said that they realized after the first couple that it was a little too much writing, so to speak.
Well, it was good. It's good. Yeah. The cool thing is they're doing season 2, but it ends in a way that if they ended it, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know.
Yeah.
But you're like, wow, how are they gonna dig out of
come
this.
back from that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Really good.
It'll be a dream sequence or something.
No. It's a good show. Barry's very fun.
Yeah. I want to check that one out. And I started watching. I saw the first episode for it, and I want to start watching it. Kidding, the Jim Carrey show.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for it to
Showtime.
end, and I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I watched the first episode, and it was really good.
Yeah, I don't want to
Really
subscribe to Showtime again. I'll wait
Dark comedy.
and I'll
It was very
buy
good.
it or something. Or rent.
Well, the first one's on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll do that. Showtime's been doing that lately.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do want to see Kidding. It looks really good.
Yeah.
So, Mark.
Claire recorded that Manifest,
Oh, what's that?
the NBC show
Oh, God.
with the airplane where
I
they
know.
like take off and then they're gone for 5.5 years.
I was mocking it. I was
So
like,
Claire was
nobody
like-
cares about the show. And the commercial's like, the wait has been
I know.
palpable.
Yeah, I was
I'm like, what?
Who's like talking about it?
Nobody. NBC's
The only person I hear about it is when I watch NBC
Yes.
for football. I hear about it. It's the only time I see it.
It was so funny. We're laughing. We're like, nobody fucking's talking about the show.
Yeah.
NBC. You're building your
It's
own
like
hype.
Entertainment Weekly, like, you had a whole thing about it, like a one-page spread. Like NBC bought like the first 5 or 6 pages.
Yes.
And I was like, no one's talking about Manifest.
No.
except for NBC.
I guarantee you it will be canceled before
But-
the end of the season.
No, it was like because
Was it
Claire was
good?
like, I don't know. I don't know if Claire watched it yet because it was last night. So no,
Oh.
because she was sleeping when I got home.
Yeah.
So it's probably, yeah, I don't know. But she was like, if it's like Lost again, I'm gonna be pissed. Because she was like,
Well, to me, it was like
they
they're trying
can't
to
do that thing again.
they're
where
trying to rip off Lost. I
Yeah.
think.
So and speaking of which, Claire wants to talk to you about Lost. So I told her you're Mr. Lost. You know
I love
everything about
Lost.
it.
Well, I don't know everything.
Well,
but
you know more about it than anyone else I know.
Oh, she watched Lost?
She did, but then she kind of got burnt out by it.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't follow it anymore. Mm-hmm. So she wants you to like explain to her what was all going on, so she can move on with her life. Did
she finish it?
I don't know. I said she started talking about it. I'm like, I don't care about Lost. I really don't. But Bryon loves Lost. Feel free to call Bryon up and chew his ear off because he's got a whole podcast about a show that only like 20% of the world watched. So definitely talk to Bryon about it.
Well, me and Ben did talk about when we
Switching
finished,
from
when we finished
Twin
Twin
Peaks
Peaks
to
to
Lost.
Lost, but
Oh God.
down the line,
Oh boy.
I'm not ready for it.
Get
but
more of a sliver of people that no one else talks to.
A lot of people love Lost.
I guess.
it was a huge ratings.
It was.
Show, so
I got
bigger ratings than Twin Peaks.
got lost once the polar bear showed up. I was like, I'm done with this show.
That was in the first episode.
That's when I was done with it.
The show was amazing.
The show's a polar bear. There's a polar bear in the jungle. They're dead.
You do know it's a TV show.
I told her too how I like annoyed you when it first like was going on, and I was like, they're all dead, and you're like, no, they're not.
They're not.
They were all in purgatory. They're all dead.
They died later in life. That whole show happened.
But I thought like the whole thing at the very end was when what's his face
No.
goes back that all the people were there, and they were all dead.
No, what happened was
Don't talk about it now because if Claire's listening, she's gonna be mad. So
everything that happened.
all right, whatever. I don't care. I really
Then
don't.
why are you telling me one thing and I'm telling you you're wrong, and then now you don't want to hear me?
'Cause I don't.
Then why are you asking?
I'm not. Claire's asking. She wants to know. I, on the other hand, give 2 fucks about it.
All right. Well, what
I
are
don't
you
care
gonna do?
about Lost. I don't care about Twin Peaks. I don't care about X-Files.
You just care
They're all
about.
stupid, and I don't like any of them.
You just like whatever you like.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
I do.
You like Arrow and.
I didn't watch those anymore.
Flash.
I didn't watch those anymore.
So did I tell you? I read an article on Trim Weekly.
But I've heard this year it's going to be like intense because Batgirl's coming in.
Who gives a fuck?
So I might get back into watching him.
I'm kind of uneasy that season 3 of Daredevil is going to be the new showrunner is the guy from Arrow. I'm a little scared because those shows are like soap operas to me, and I don't want Daredevil to turn into a soap opera.
Me neither. And I heard that Iron Fist came out with a second season, and I am never going to see it.
I'm never gonna watch it. I'll watch
I could barely
Iron Fist
I got through Jessica Jones.
season 2.
Yes.
It got good near the end.
It-
It just took way too fucking long.
It was the slowest burn I've ever been a part of.
That season should have been 2 episodes shorter. It was compelling with the mother, but they should
It
have.
took forever.
It did.
And then the whole Hogarth stuff was just way too much. She was way too into it. She was way into the show. Too much of her in the show.
What, her friend there?
Yeah, the lawyer.
Yeah. And
the friend, too. Too much of her.
You think so?
I don't need all that. I'm here to watch Jessica Jones. I think they've realized after the fact that they got rid of Kilgrave too quickly.
When he showed up, that was cool.
The show was good again. I was all into that episode. I was like, this is what I want. They got rid of the villain too quickly.
Yeah.
That should have been the big bad for that show, but they were trying to hook it up with.
Yeah, but you can only have the big bad one time. You got to have a new big bad. You can't.
But they didn't have one.
It was her mom. It was a conflict. That wasn't even a
big bad, though.
Yeah, but it was an internal conflict. What do you do
it wasn't,
with your mom?
Yeah, it was.
I thought the mom stuff was good when it got there.
Yeah.
It just took too long to get there. It was like 3 episodes in. I'm going, let's get to it, people.
It took forever.
It was too long.
And then I started watching Luke Cage. His new season.
Yeah, I heard it's good.
It's another one. It's just like, just get to the point. Let's go. I know what's going on. I watched the previous seasons. I don't need you to regurgitate everything all over again.
I'm afraid to watch Daredevil season 3 though, because I heard I have to watch the Defenders to know what's going on. At the end of Defenders, something happens to him.
Yes.
So I'm like, fuck.
Defenders wasn't that bad. It's good.
I kind of give up on Marvel TV shows at this point. I don't even care. Like, I don't know.
Defenders was good, though.
Jessica Jones, season 1 was great. Daredevil 1 and 2 were great.
Defenders was good. All you have to do with Defenders is just skip to, like, episode 5, and you'll be fine.
I think
Start there.
I think we'll give up.
Because the first 4 or 5 episodes, they weren't even together yet, so it just made no sense.
And it's not to watch The Punisher, still.
Which is a great show, which is the best of all of them.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. But what's going on with Marvel TV shows? Is it going down? Like, why is the writing quality all of a sudden?
I have a theory on it.
Tanking.
I have a theory on it.
What's your theory? It's a theory.
It's not
real.
No, it's not. It's a theory. Is that they're trying to, like you were just saying, they're trying to tank the shows, so Netflix will get rid of them, so they can move them to their new streaming service.
No, Disney already said it's going to stay. It's not going because they don't want adult content on their on the streaming service.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that Disney will.
It's what they said.
Everything else I've said about Disney so far has come true, so I don't know what you're talking about. The whole Fox thing, you were like, no, never going to let it happen.
No, we all knew it was going to happen.
I was like, yes, it is. And
we knew it happened. And also, Bob Iger said Star Wars taking a big break. Yeah. Who was right there? Me. He said he apologizes to the fans. It was too much, too fast. They're taking a break.
But I don't understand why though. The movies weren't bad.
Solo didn't do well. The Meg made more money than Solo, which is not good.
I think Solo's thing wasn't the movie. I think it was just the people were like, too much Star Wars. I don't like it. So they didn't want to go and see it.
No.
And people are like, he's not Harrison Ford. I need Harrison Ford being Solo, not this random
No, it's
guy.
not even that. A lot of people...
The movie, if you watch the movie by itself...
Yes, it's fine.
It's awesome. It's a great movie.
I wouldn't say it's awesome.
It's a really good movie.
It was enjoyable. I'm going to buy it because I love Star Wars.
It's a really good movie.
But I would say really good, but not awesome.
You're also one of the few, like I am, that thought Last Jedi was one of the best Star Wars movies.
Yes, I loved it.
Even though everyone else that watched Star Wars hates that movie.
Yes, it was divisive.
Yes.
And the problem was after a divisive movie like that...
Because people don't like change.
6 months later, you have a movie about a character
Bunch of whiny snowflakes. Luke Skywalker can't die.
All right. You have a movie that comes out 6 months later that is a character we already know about. That movie didn't give us anything new.
It wasn't going to give you anything new.
But that's the problem.
It's going to just show you what you know and love and see how your friends got together.
We didn't need it. I'm being honest. I didn't need a Han Solo movie.
You don't, but you liked it.
I liked it.
Then there you go.
But I didn't need it.
Then you're happy.
So Bob Iger said after the last trilogy movie, they're taking a break, and then they're going to keep it special. Star Wars needs to be special. Build up that hype. Yeah. You can't build up hype when you have a Star Wars movie already out 6 months ago.
You're going to get a live-action TV show still. You're still going to get the new cartoon that's going to come out.
The cartoon's different. That's different from movies.
But the cartoon's going to be in that time frame.
Mark, cartoons are on TV. The sponsors are already paid for that.
No, it's going to be on a streaming service.
whatever, and your money's paying for the streaming service. He's talking about movies. The movies are taking a break. And you have the two guys from Game of Thrones.
They're doing their own thing.
Their own trilogy.
Yes.
You have
Rain
Favreau.
Johnson's doing something. Favreau's doing a live-action show. Rain Johnson's working on the new trilogy with the new cast members.
But they all know that Star Wars is something in the theater to be not to force down our throats. I think too much is too. You can't force something good. I don't know. It becomes oversaturation, and it's just too much. I'm happy they're taking a break. This is exactly money talks. If Solo did gangbusters, they wouldn't be having this conversation, but it didn't. And
I think the main issue
happy.
was Rogue One was so good as a side movie. Everyone was kind of like, we want all of them to be like that. It's like they're not all going to be as good as Rogue One was. And Rogue One was only as good as it was because it was set back in the old time frame. So you got all that old nostalgia stuff in it.
It's weird. I
Solo
think I enjoyed
didn't hit
Solo
enough on the old nostalgia stuff.
I enjoyed Solo more than Rogue One because Rogue One wasn't good for me until the second act, until the second part. But I also felt the characters were very boring and stale in Rogue One. But I liked the ending, and I liked
you knew they
the
were going to
action.
die.
Yeah, but they were so kind of boring.
You couldn't really
they weren't like
attach yourself to them.
They weren't great. The characters were all right. Like, they're okay, and I enjoyed it. But I like Solo more. I like Solo more because I like the characters more. But I liked Rogue One because I thought the last...
I think Rogue One, the
action was amazing.
With Rogue One, if you were into, like, Clone Wars, the cartoon, and Rebels, you kind of had more invested in it. Like, you knew about, like, Forrest Whitaker's character. You knew about, like, all the side little characters that were in that because they had popped up in those other shows.
Yeah.
So you kind of had an attachment, like, oh, that guy's from there, and that guy's from there. And then you saw the ship from Rebels in the fight sequence. So it was, like, very connectivity, interlacing universe.
Everybody likes everything for a different reason. I mean, I think I like Solo more because I like Han Solo and Chewbacca, and I liked Rogue One because I thought the action sequences were really cool.
I
thought the beach stuff was awesome.
The beach, it was very World War II-esque.
But I just want them to take a break and rethink and just, hey, let's put the next trilogy out in a couple years, get people hyped again, because you'll never have that hype we felt for
What if this whole thing
Force
was
Awakens.
just so they could basically just promote Star Wars Land?
You in Star Wars Land, you got a hard on for this place.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be epic.
But it has nothing to do with Star Wars Land. The movies have nothing to do with Star Wars Land.
No, but if you have Star Wars in you put Star Wars back into people's brains. Like,
I hate to tell you, Star Wars is always
no. But I'm saying if they had not released,
it's part of our culture.
If they had not, with Force Awakens and Rogue One and Last Jedi and Solo, if they had all come out in the past 4 years, when they were bringing Star Wars Land to life, Star Wars Land opens next year.
Yeah,
you have all these Star Wars movies. You're going to have Episode 9 come out right around the time Star Wars Land opens.
Yeah.
Like right after Star Wars Land opens. So you basically have just had this promo train running, and as that time, you're building a place for these people to go to.
I hate to tell you, people go to Disneyland no matter what, and Star Wars Land is going to do good even if there weren't movies. It's going to do amazing.
But you can tie it in more.
Yes, and you'll have a new trilogy done for a younger generation, and it will do gangbusters.
Because I was just down there.
I know,
Star Wars is way more than... like I thought it was at Disney World. It's like all over Hollywood studios.
Yes, it's very popular.
Yeah.
But Star Wars will always be popular. Look at how long we didn't have movies for, and it was still popular. Yeah. Star Wars is part of our culture.
I think if you do go see this place once it opens, your tune of it will change.
What is my tune?
I feel like it's kind of like, well, Star Wars Land's happening, whatever.
Well, Because it's not out yet. Well, I mean,
if you just see, like, from when I was there, you see the enormity of it and what's going on behind, like, a closed thing. Like, you can't see it happening, but you can see, like, the tops of it.
I agree. None of us will know until you're actually there
that's going to be cool.
How cool it's going to be.
It's going to be really cool.
But that has nothing to do with how I feel about the movies being special, and I want them to take their time to put a good movie out and space them out. And that's what they're going to do.
I just don't think it's... I don't see the issue with it because it's not the same people making both.
Yes, but money. If you're
Are we recording?
Yes.
Okay.
If the box office, it's moving. If the box office doesn't represent what they feel, then they're going to take a break.
All right.
Any movie does that. Like if the last Mission Impossible movie came out and it did nothing, they probably wouldn't make another Mission Impossible. But it did very well, and they're going to make another Mission Impossible. Yeah, it did very well.
God, why?
Jumanji was a huge success story.
Yeah, it was.
And they're going to do Jumanji 2.
Why wouldn't they?
Exactly. But when Solo doesn't do very well...
They're not going to do a Solo 2.
There was talks of it. One of the guys...
You would just do, like, another side story.
No, one of the guys that was working in the art department for another movie, it was in take place in Tatooine, and they said they were in pre-production of something. They didn't know what. They were just getting set designs, but they weren't told what it was for. They canceled it. And the guy
that
working...
could have been anything, though. That could have been Boba Fett. It could have been
Obi-Wan movie.
Obi-Wan movie.
But they canceled it. So that they said they were told to stop.
All right.
So now they're not. So these movies were in...
They were in production, yeah.
But...
Doesn't mean they're not going to still in production down the road.
Yes, they could happen later on.
They could after
they put kibosh on
after the third movie comes out. They could be like, you know what? Let's go back and do that Obi-Wan movie again.
Yeah, but it'll take longer. It'll be a bigger
year
space.
or two. Big deal.
Yeah, that's what they should do.
Yeah.
Build hype. It's called building hype.
I guess. Whatever.
That's how the movie industry works.
Sure.
I don't understand. It's a business. Every movie we see is there to make money. That's all it is there for. To make money, to make the next movie.
The Conjurings. Or whatever those movies are.
Yeah, the Conjuring stopped making money. Guess what? They wouldn't make them.
Like, they made a second Goosebumps movie. I didn't even know that was even happening. I saw a trailer for that yesterday. I was like, what? Really? Was the first Goosebumps movie that good? When did Jack Black become like the teen horror character guy? He's in A Clock in Its Walls, and now he's in Goosebumps.
Is it Jumanji?
Jumanji? Yeah, he's
good for him. He's making a comeback, baby.
Yeah. They're going on tour again.
It's good to be Jack Black.
The D is going on tour. Did you see the Captain Marvel trailer, Brian?
No.
What? How did you not see the Captain Marvel trailer?
I'm waiting to see it in the big screen. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know anything. I'm excited for it. I don't want to know.
What?
Yep.
What kind of weirdness are you talking about?
I didn't see the trailer.
But what are you talking about? You want to see it on the big screen?
Yeah, like before Venom or something. Hopefully they'll show it before Venom. I'd rather see it on the big screen. I'm going to be like Jeremy Hutzel and not know things.
I don't think that's possible. I think you'd have to kill too many brain cells to be like Jeremy Hutzel.
I was talking to Hutzel.
Not that he's ever had that issue, but he's just very lackadaisical in his brain power.
I know. What's going on?
What? There's movies? They're doing what now?
We were talking about Venom.
Yes.
And the Enfield has a 10 o'clock.
I'm in. On a Thursday?
Yeah. Well, hold on.
I'll be there.
Yeah, October 4th.
I'll be there.
So I'm going to post it on the guy when I get to work.
All right.
On the chat. I'm gonna put it in the scheduler.
You're gonna go on Facebook.
I'm gonna put in the event.
So is like an alarm gonna go off or something?
The day of it will remind you guys.
Brian's on Facebook.
But I'm not gonna if anybody goes, what day is it again? I'm like, whatever, dude.
I had to talk all the people off the ledge on the podcast chat.
Why? What happened?
2 weeks ago, I think.
You had to chalk off the ledge.
Because they were all like, we wanted to do stuff and try to get in touch with Brian, but
nobody's texting. They all have my number. What are you talking about? Read this to me. I want to hear what you're talking about. Do what?
I don't know. I was just like, Brian's not on. Well, Rocky wanted to come on the show.
Oh, well, who cares? Who gives a shit?
To promote an event he's doing.
Uh-huh. Well, he could have texted me.
John Francia bought a new dog. That was another one.
Oh, cool. Congratulations.
So here's where it started.
Okay.
It was right after the whole thing with
What thing?
Henry Cavill.
What happened with Henry
Possibly
Cavill?
leaving as Superman, but ended up not leaving as Superman.
I thought he's done.
No, he's not. His agent said that was not true.
Oh, well, who cares?
So then I just like, man,
Oh, God. Did it turn into the same shit?
I was like, man, WB is a disaster area. Rocky
boy.
responded with, for
Here we
sure.
go.
Thanks for answering me about the podcast, though. I was going to announce the Year of the Dead show happening at Blackboard on Halloween, but I'll just Facebook it. And then Bobby responded with, you might want to run a Facebook ad or drop a 45-second ad spot. What's the details? He's like, I'm still working out the details. I'm doing a small photo shoot Saturday for pro materials. As of right now, it's on Halloween at Blackboard. And Rocky was like, then I was like, well, we have more shows before Halloween. And he was like, yeah, but I was only available Monday because I had it off. I was like, and then he's like, oh. No, Rocky's like, don't release anything until like next week or a week after. Oh, well. Anyways, and then
Okay.
Bobby posted a thing about Spider-Man the Completist, which I think he was directed towards you.
Uh-huh.
Then John posted a picture of a dog and said, Star has joined the family. Rocky was very happy about it. John was, he'd rescued her from Arkansas. Blah, 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 blah. And John's like, new Joker looks great.
Yeah, I thought so, too. Joaquin Phoenix, they did a little...
Oh, that was everything. John posted, I was going to talk about Telltale Games.
Folded.
Shut the doors in the middle of production of a game.
Yeah. The last season of Walking Dead.
Just tell everybody after that, we're done.
Well, they left... This is what happened. They're closing up. They left 25 people left to finish up what they have to finish up. The rest of the people have been laid off.
Yeah.
Now, as of today, other studios are coming in willing to help them finish the last season of Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Which would be awesome because this is Clementine's story. This is the final season. And I love, that's one of my favorite. And Batman has been fantastic. The last season of Batman they did was one of my favorite Telltale games. Guardians was fantastic. Borderlands was awesome. They were planning on doing a sequel to another DC title they did, Fable.
Oh, yeah.
Which was amazing. So it's very sad to see them go. I love that studio. They put some of my favorite games out, and I hope the other studios come through and let them finish the last season with Walking Dead. Because honestly, that Walking Dead series is better than the TV show, better than the comic. I'm more invested in that than any of those other properties. So I really feel like they should finish it for the fans.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty sad news.
Yeah. Then the other chat that I have to respond to for you is the D&D chat, which
Why? What's going on? What's going on there?
Because they were trying to plan a day to play.
Yeah. So what's going on?
And then Bobby posted his memorandum.
Yeah, like he's gonna pull
manifesto.
out his manifesto.
His manifesto. About how his life's so difficult being a mailman.
And we should do this every week. You should just read me everything that I missed. This is great. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't have to go on.
Then Thunder Cheeks Spanner Grease. I'm assuming that's.
Who's Thunder Cheeks?
That's John.
Yeah, in the chat, everybody has nicknames.
Yeah.
I think I made these. I think they're from.
Jay is Squanchy.
Yeah, I think this is from Rick and Morty. I think I made these.
Bobby is Noob Noob.
Noob Noob. Yeah, this is Rick and Morty stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what mine is because it doesn't say my name.
All right. So anyway, what did Thunder Cheeks say?
Thunder Cheeks Spanner Grease said, after Bobby's thing about how he would buy equipment and everything if he knew that we would actually use it and stuff. John responded with, weekends would be a game changer. He'd be able to contribute some equipment as well, but that is more of a long-term solution. And then Jay responded with, anybody want to play on the 27th? To which Bob responded with a picture of his kid. So that's last of that.
So where did you have to talk people off the ledge? I'm very confused by that.
Well, no, because everyone was like, as before
Nobody
that,
has
before
said
that, no, I didn't read that part, but everyone was like, hey, where's, like, how come we can't get anything from Bryan? How come Bryan has responded?
Oh, yeah, I saw it. You said he's on Facebook.
He's on Facebook.
And then Bobby did his whole spiel.
Then he posted his manifesto.
Yeah. So
from his bunker.
They can't even get a date straight. I'm not even worried. Everybody has my cell phone. They can text me. It's not that difficult. Until the day comes where they figure out what the frick is going on. Hutzel's got school. And then Hutzel's telling me that John's in class too. I think the weekends are better. I was talking to Jeremy about this. Honestly, I feel maybe we should just finish this game off on the weekend with just audio. Because we're not going to get it done during the week. Nobody seems to be free. Do you know? So, I don't know. That's my thought. Where we play, I don't know.
Yeah.
We need a recorder.
And equipment and everything.
Well, we don't have to go too crazy.
But I mean, we need like microphones and everything to do it and everything.
I know. It's a big thing, man.
I think we just need to all just come up with one day, get it done, and then move on with our lives.
I think Friday.
And if they want to play and record themselves, knock themselves out.
Well, that's what we want to do the next game.
They don't need me.
The next game we want to play on the weekend and not do video.
You can do all you want.
You're not going to play the next campaign?
Why?
Why?
The reason why I played it in the first place is because we were here.
You're lame.
I'm not going to travel somewhere to play D&D.
Oh, whatever, Mark. Anyway.
What's the point?
To have fun.
I can have fun doing other things.
Pulling your pud?
Yeah. We're looking at Batman's dong. It's all full circle.
Awful. So, Bobby, if you're listening, I think this is what we need to do.
You know he is.
We need to do a Friday again. You need to not tell your wife you're working. You need to say you are working. Take the day off. I think John needs to... Well, the thing is, John needs to take a day off, and I don't think he can. So maybe we need to do this, like, on
after January.
I know, seriously.
Everyone has time again.
Because I feel like if we did it on a Friday at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we could do a long session.
We could be done at 7. Everyone could be home.
Yeah, but if Bob doesn't tell his wife he has a day off, he is going to work, and we'll be fine. As long as nobody can take any of us away from the game, we could do it.
Whatever. I'm not holding out hope.
Me neither.
It'll happen.
It'll happen eventually.
One of these days you'll get the conclusion of the adventures of Glue Meadow.
And Bob's still editing the audio.
Yeah, he's still like years behind it anyway, so we have plenty of time. It's like a rush to get it done or anything.
I know. By the time we get to
Not that anyone's listening to it on there anyway.
It gets some hits.
Yeah, whatever. No one listens to this craptastic fun fest anyway, so what's the point?
Claire listens to it.
She does, and so does Bobby.
Yeah,
and
so there
brother.
you go. We get like 20 hits a week.
So yesterday, here's what the other thing I was going to tell you. So yesterday, Ben did the Aslentuck show.
Oh, yeah. Which I would ask to air, but I'll never get copies of it, so I'm not.
And then he got aggravated with you because he was calling my brother Jake, and there was a guy on the crew named Jake, and then Josh is like, "My name's Josh. You know that, right?" And he was like, "Well, you and Brian and Mark always call you Jake, and I had no idea why." So I had to tell Ben the whole story about it. It was kind of funny. Ben thought it was pretty hilarious.
Okay, that's a good story, brah.
Thanks. I just want to tell you.
Cool story, brah.
Popped in my head because we were
such a weird story to tell me.
Yeah.
Jake and the Fat Man.
Yeah.
Jake who ate the Fat Man.
Jake who ate the Fat Man because you sit at the computer and
that's all he was doing.
He'd just sit there, and we'd pull up to the house and he'd just be sitting there
every night
on the computer.
And that was MySpace.
Yeah.
And you think like he was giving secrets to people?
He's selling things to the government or something.
Dude, he was on that computer. Like, he had no life. I know.
He's so into his computer that his keyboard has broke on his laptop. So he literally bought a detachable keyboard too.
Wow.
Instead of getting a new laptop. Because he want to take all the stuff off his laptop.
It's all the porno.
Yeah. Who knows what he's got on there?
You know, does he get in trouble by the feds?
Sticky keys.
This is my offline computer.
Sticky keys.
Sticky keys, Warnock.
Sticky keys, Warnock. That's what they call him. They call him in the dark web. Sticky keys.
Jake Sticky Keys, Warnock.
Sticky keys.
On the dark web, he's like, on the dark web.
That's his dark web name.
Sticky keys.
Sticky keys.
If
you ever need any kind of hookup with YouTube videos,
I'm your man.
Sticky keys.
What was our thing about the porn peddler?
Was it like Bobby
Bobby Legley,
the
porn peddler.
He had no legs.
He had no legs, but he peddled
His name
porn.
was Bobby Legley.
Bobby Legley, who peddled porn in a wheelchair in Thompsonville.
But really, he was an undercover cop for the FBI.
Yeah. Oh.
So he would bust the guys that
I don't know if that
porn.
episode exists in our past somewhere.
Oh, it's in there somewhere.
You know, that hard drive that failed, for some reason, we were on a way of getting it fixed, and then all of a sudden got derailed of not being
Ben
fixed.
still has it.
Did Ben take it?
I think so. It's like he had like a brother-in-law that was like a
no, we brought it here.
FBI agent or something.
No.
That worked at like the
I think you guys
warehouse.
still have it, or it's been thrown away.
It probably got thrown away.
Oh, it's a shame.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking, I know.
Yeah.
All right,
That little
Mark.
wormhole we went down.
We gotta get out of here.
Yes, let's hear some
Real
real
big
big fish
fish
from the Big E, because a lot of people have been waiting to hear that.
It's some good stuff.
Because if you weren't there, you definitely want to listen to it.
You do. All
See
right.
y'all next time we end up doing a show.
Just kidding. Just kidding, you guys. That is not a real big fish song. Sorry to say. That one, as you all know, is by Metallica from the Black Album. Great tune. Great tune. But seriously, everybody, we are the Real Big Fish, and this is our big hit song from the 1990s. That was not from the 90s either, I don't think. That one was by a band called Hanson. We were here last night. We were there. Anyway, just kidding around, you guys. Sorry about that. We are the Real Big Fish. And this is our big hit song from the 90s. Sing it if you know it, okay? When I wake up, when I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, when I know I'm gonna be the man who does what I'm gonna do. When I get drunk, when I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. When I get out, when I know I'm gonna be the man who's ever like you. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't stop fooling around. They give me the microphone. My voice is all loud. I can't stop the jokes. But seriously, everybody, we are the Real Big Fish. Thank you so much for being here with us. This is our big hit song from the 90s. so sorry that it's not a real big fish song. I don't remember what we're talking about. Let's play another song.